Most people pay for Spotify. A few people get paid by it. And the difference isn't luck. It's one idea from one of the greatest investors of all time, Peter Lynch. His rule is simple: buy what you know. You've been using Spotify for years. You know it works. You know you're never switching to Apple Music. Neither is anyone you know. That's not just a habit. That's an edge. While everyone else is chasing AI, robots, nuclear power, quantum, you've been sitting on an opportunity this whole time, right on the back of your subscription bill. Today, we're going to run the math and find out exactly how Spotify can start paying you back. Let's start with the business. Because before you invest in anything, you need to make sure you know it well enough to be confident that it won't fall in the next decade. Yes, I know that you use Spotify every day, but you might not know that Spotify has already been brutally tested, not once, but twice. First test, Apple. Apple has been trying to kill Spotify since 2015. 10 years. Pre-installed on every single iPhone, every iPad, every Mac. And Spotify still has 35% global market share. Apple Music, 13%. 10 years, a billion devices, and they couldn't close the gap. Why? Because by the time Apple Music launched, you already had 3 years of playlists on Spotify. Your running playlist, your late night playlist, your "I made this in 2019 and I still listen to it" playlist. That data doesn't transfer. That history doesn't move. That's called a switching cost, and it compounds every single year you stay. Second test, the labels. The three major labels, Universal, Sony, Warner, control 70% of all recorded music on the planet. A few years back, they threatened to pull their catalogs, to walk away from Spotify entirely. But then they came back, because Spotify is where the listeners are. And without the listeners, the labels have nothing. That's not just a moat. That's a moat that's already survived the two most powerful attacks it will ever face. Now you might be thinking, Spotify has a big moat, but it's already huge. Can it still grow? Here's what most people miss. The market grows at 8% per year on its own. New subscribers in Latin America, Southeast Asia, Africa, Spotify just has to show up. But Spotify doesn't just grow with the market, it grows faster because people don't leave, and people who don't leave can be charged more. Spotify raised its price 3 times in 4 years. Subscribers kept growing. And there's one more piece. Right now, the major labels take 70 cents of every dollar Spotify makes from music. That margin ceiling has been stuck for 6 years. But podcasts and audiobooks? The labels don't touch those. As non-music grows, that ceiling lifts. The business gets more profitable every single year, without needing to win a single new user. Great business, but who's running it? Let me tell you about Daniel Ek. He founded Spotify in 2006, and he still owns 15.6% of the company today. If the stock goes down, he feels it. That's the kind of CEO you want. In 2023, he cut 17% of the entire workforce. Painful, public, but the right call. 1 year later, Spotify posted its first profit in company history. One more thing. In just the first 3 months of 2026, Spotify bought back 306 million euros of its own stock. When a CEO spends that kind of money buying his own shares, he's telling you something. He thinks the stock is cheap. And so do I. So we have a great business, great management. But now comes the most important question. Is the price right? And I have to be honest with you. If you look at Spotify today, like the reported PE ratio is almost 30 times. That means you're paying $30 for every $1 of earnings. That's not cheap. But here's the thing. That's the wrong question. The right question isn't what Spotify earns today. It's what Spotify will earn in 3 years. So I ran the numbers. Revenue growing at 12% per year, higher than the overall market at 8%, because of its switching cost and status as the default music streaming platform. Operating margin expanding toward 18% from today's 15% margin. And what do you get when you're looking at its true earning power? PE 2029, 17 times. That's below our threshold of 20 times. That's even below what most boring, slow-growing businesses trade at today. At the current price of $444, you're not paying for a hype story. You're paying for a business that's already proven itself. at a price that actually makes sense. The math works. So let's come back to where we started. Peter Lynch said, buy what you know. You've known Spotify for years. You've been paying for it every month. You've never left. Neither has anyone else. So you actually know it better than any professional fund manager does. The only thing left is the math. And the math is saying the opportunity is sitting right on the back of your subscription bill. So here's the question. You're already paying Spotify $11 a month. Are you going to let Spotify start paying you back from today? If this kind of analysis is useful to you, subscribe, because this is exactly what we do here. Find the companies you already know, run the numbers, and figure out whether the price is right. See you in the next one.